Hi, I'm the Alt Midlander, and today's random video is wait, we're doing like long form videos now? Okay, fine, fuck it. Okay, so 98.6 of you have not subscribed, so subscribe, goddammit, and 1.6 of you have subscribed, so subscribe, it'd be fun. So today's random long form video idea I want to talk about is the film Mallrats, and why I believe personally this movie brought geeks more into the mainstream, like, than The Big Bang Theory, for example. And I've always said that Mallrats is underappreciated and it's a cult classic of sorts. I know critics hated this movie, but I've always said to people it's one of my favorites simply because they get geeks. They understand how we think. They know what some of our friends will talk about. They would know what we're like as people. Like, for example, Brody would always have these random spouts about people's body parts and superheroes' body parts and how they work. And it makes no sense. But then again, when you meet certain geeks, that's the way we are. We like to think some things like that, but we don't sometimes. And we always have that one friend who's like that. And this movie understands how geeks work and how we understand what it means. I know Kevin Smith wrote my favorite Daredevil comic, which is Guardian Devil. Good read, highly recommend it. If you haven't read it, read it. It's really good for a Daredevil comic. Because I'm a huge Daredevil fan, so I kind of remember that comic a lot growing up. It was my favorite Daredevil comic at one point, and it still is. But other than that, Mallrats kind of introduced geeks and nerds and all these people into the world as we know it. And it's just fascinating how this movie failed. But it's also interesting the way we work and how they understand how geeks are. Because I know Kevin Smith is a huge geek when it comes to like comic books and movies and TV, and he just grew up with reading comics when they weren't necessarily the best, I suppose. But yeah, Mallrats is one of those films I've always said, go watch it. It's fun, it's funny, it's witty. I don't care what the critics say. They say it's awful, the pacing's weird, there's too many things going on. But then again, Mallrats was a big flop, but Clerks was a huge hit, which was surprising for some people. But then again, Clerks came out at around the right time. Mallrats came out after post grunge, so everyone was a bit expecting a bit more of the same, like when it came to Clerks, but it was a different film. And it's just one of those films I really love rewatching on countless times. It's just so funny, it's so witty, and it's one of my favorite comedies of the 20th century, if you ask me personally. But I just wish more people want to go see Clerks because it's just such a fun watch. It's such a interesting film. It's just a fascinating watch, and it's just one of those films that most people should go and watch, and go listen to the soundtrack. The soundtrack's really good. It has like Elastica, it has Wax on it. It has, I think it's called The Goops or something. But their cover of like what's the song now on the top of my head? Like, what's it called now? Why Don't You Build Me Up Buttercup is really good because it's directed by Spike Jones of all people, and it's just came out at perfectly the right time, but also the dark time of Marvel where Marvel were getting bankrupt. Like, Marvel were on the brink of not existing, so this movie also introduced the world, like geeks like me, to who Stan Lee was. And I remember watching Captain Marvel in 2019 and seeing Stan Lee read Mallrats, and I was laughing to myself, thinking it's nice that they acknowledge Mallrats in that way in the MCU, which is great. But Kevin Smith loved that, especially knowing that was kind of like Stan Lee's final cameo in a Marvel movie, because I know he filmed a Endgame before he died, but he filmed Captain Marvel way before he died, and the intro to him was nice. It was a nice touch by Marvel. So yeah, Moritz is a standout to me as one of my favorite cult classics, but it's also one of my favorite movies to shut my brain off, and it's one of my favorite movies and favorite comedies ever. It's just such a good film. Like, anyone who hasn't seen Moritz needs to see Moritz. And I don't really say this lightly, but I'm appreciative of the platform you guys give me, and if you like these types of videos of just me rambling on about movies that I love, give me a like, give me a subscribe, comment down below what movie you want me to talk about, and I'll be happy to talk about it. Like, these videos don't take that long for me to make, but also I like hearing back from you guys, either it's positive or negative. I don't really care. Just just tell me what you like. and thanks for watching.